Let f of x be equal to a square root of 13 minus twice x. Use interval notation to indicate the domain of f of x. Solution. F of x is equal to the square root of 13 minus twice x. Now we know that when we deal with the square root functions, in order to this computation to make sense, the inside of the square root, which is called the radicand, must be greater or equal than 0, right? Than 0. Okay. So in order to determine the domain of f, we're gonna set the radicand to be greater or equal than 0. And this is a strategy that you should follow in general, especially when you have even indexes, right? Here in particular, we have the index 2 square root, right? Now, the radicand in this case is 13 minus twice x, right? Only when this is positive, this function f of x will be well defined, as mathematicians say. All right, so greater or equal than 0. Now let's solve for x. Let's subtract 13 in both sides of this inequality. This will give me negative 2x greater or equal than negative 13. Next, in order to isolate x, I'm going to divide both sides of this inequality by negative 2, okay? But now that comes with a price. Remember, when you are dealing with the inequalities, if you divide both sides of your inequality by a negative number, you have to flip the inequality symbol, right? So we're going to end up here with less than or equal. So x less than or equal than negative 13 divided by negative 2, negative divided by negative positive, 2 into 13, 6.5. X less than or equal than 6.5 determines the domain of this function, right? But now they want this domain in interval notation. That shouldn't be a problem, guys, because if you set this number, 6.5, on a number line, which will have in the middle 0 here, 6.5 will be somewhere on the right of 0. Let's say 6.5 is here. If you set 6.5, the number line, then you must use a solid circle to set this number there, because the solution is including 6.5, right? And now follow the direction of the inequality and shade everything to the left of this number, right? This is where the numbers less than 6.5 are, right? All the way to negative infinity, which lives here. So now in interval notation, the domain of f should be starting at negative infinity up to 6.5, right? Parentheses here because you never reaching negative infinity. Brackets here because we're including 6.5, right? And that's all.